Hey guys, Brian Hill with The Complete Combatant. This is your Manus Dry Fire Monday, and this is Active Self-Protection Extra. Thanks for tuning in. I got a video for you on posture, and you're probably wondering what I'm wearing here, okay? This is a shoulder posture corrector. It cost $17 on Amazon, so it's probably one of the cheapest things I'll ever recommend on this channel. What it does is it pulls your shoulders back into a correct alignment. Now, the reason I'm wearing this is because posture is really important when you're shooting.
Ammo is crazy expensive and hard to find, and dry fire is life. I use the Mantis X10 to keep my handgun skills strong, and it makes dry practice fun and challenging. Check it out at the link below.
If you see a lot of vertical stringing or almost all low stringing, it's going to be a part of your posture. It can be right and left too, but that's more of the direction or orientation. So we're going to skip that part, but we're going to work on your posture. Now, I hear a lot of coaches make corrections for people, and they say things like, get your head over your hips, okay? Or get your weight over your toes. The problem is those are incomplete directions compared to an overall pattern of correction. So we need at least 3 points to correct posture. We're going to look at the lower body, we're going to look at the middle body, we're going to look at the head and see how it all lines up. It's my belief that a lot of bad posture has become part of shooting because the guys that did rifles more than pistols adopted their rifle posture, so they tend to turtle up. So let's talk about that tactical turtle that we see a lot. Now I'm going to back up a little bit, so I'll yell at you so you can hear me, but I'm going to be back here, and you can see that straight pole behind me. I'm going to use that as kind of a landmark for you guys, okay? So I see this in class a lot. I see people get their weight over their toes, get their head forward, and stick their hips out, okay? Now, when you look at it on camera, that's not a very good position. And I'm ultimately going to end up falling forward. So most of my rounds are going to go low. And then if you have some sort of grip issue, you get low left, all right? And then somebody will tell you that it's your trigger control, but it may not be. It may be your posture control. We got to adjust all these things. So let's look at the opposite of that. Now, appendix guys, we got a real problem going on because we're being demonstrative and showing and pushing our hips forward. All of us are ending up standing like this. And I'm guilty of this as the next person with appendix. You'll see guys like this now. Hips forward, head craned out, shooting back. Okay? So on precision deliberate shots at 25 yards, I'm going to have lift because my weight's going to be behind. But on most shooting, I'll have a lot of variation because I'm already at the back end of stopping that. So I'm going to rock very hard back and forth. And it depends where I catch the sights in the middle of that rock. Now, what should good posture look like? Let's talk about that. That's the most important thing. So your feet should be in a natural athletic stance. The best way to check that is to close your eyes. Am I in balance? All right. Since we're fighting, we should be able to throw a punch. We should be able to run, or we should be able to stand and deliver. One of those things should be happening to us. Okay. And I want everything to point forward. Now, the tilt of the pelvis, if there was one thing you're really going to check is that. Okay. If I push it too far forward, I'm going to be out of position. If I push it too far back, I'm going to be out. So I want to settle it straight down. The reason I'm wearing the shoulder brace is this pulls my shoulders back and down and keeps me from rolling them forward, which I like to do. And therefore, I keep my head up. So my posture is going to look like this. My weight will be forward into my feet, but I'll have good posture. And as you can see with the pole behind me, you can look at the 3 points and see how good it is. Now let's see what it looks like with the pistol in our hand. Okay? Tap rack train, empty chamber, empty mag well. We're all good to go. Okay, so as we develop our posture in shooting, settle the hips, pull the head up where you can see the best, roll the shoulders back and down, and relax. And you should have a pretty good straight position. There's a part of our eye called the foveal cone, which we see the best. So if you tuck your head in and try to look up through it, you don't have as many neurons in mapping that vision, and you don't see as well because it's part of your peripheral vision. So you want to be in the center of the eye. So try to get all 3 parts lined up. We either want the hips, we want the center of the body, and the head. So think about a stack of 3 blocks, and don't let one get out of the way. If your hips are too far forward, you'll have to crane your neck forward. If your hips are too far back, you'll have to roll your shoulders forward to get yourself in position. And neither one of those is an athletically dominant position and allow you to fight, to move, and to shoot well, to manage recoil. Simple thing, $17. This just reminds me of not doing what I like to do, which is to roll my shoulders forward and drop my head. Every time I start to feel that, I just use these. Gives me something to clamp down on and hold against so I get it better. Then I push down into my pelvis and out like I'm about to do a deadlift, and that braces my body. and then I should see the red dot or the front sight return to the same position over and over again. And that'll allow you to shoot sooner because you'll be able to predict the path of your sights, and you'll be ready to shoot when the sights come down. Give it a try, guys. It's really cheap. Menace is a great way to practice this, all right? Practice it with a poor posture that you favor, and then increase your posture and see if it helps your aiming. I'm a big fan of the graph of the aiming because that helps show you what's going on right before you press the trigger. All right, guys, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Help it out. It's good for the channel itself. And if you need any help, please let me know. I'll be glad to help you. I'm Brian Hill with The Complete Combatant. And as always, measure, refine, and perform.